Welcome to today's video where we will look at the SKX007. This was Seiko's do-it-all dive watch that they made in the really in the early 2000s through about 2018 when they stopped making it. Let's get this rolling because this obviously is an amazing movement. The 7826 on this is destined to be a future classic. Now most people don't like it for the simple reason that they want the newer movement with hacking. So I'm looking at a new turtle, and let's pull it out, and sure enough the second hand stops. But honestly, if you ask me, it's just overrated. No automatic watch is ever going to keep time. So the point of hacking is anyway lost, because within a day your second hand would anyway lose the time that was set. The reason this SKX is such a classic, I would say, is just because of that iconic orange text where it says divers 200 meters. It gives it such a distinctive purpose. Like when you compare it to the turtle just kind of looks bland. There's nothing about the turtle that catches the eye like that orange text. The earlier generation, both the SKX013 and the 007 had that orange text, and Seiko in its wisdom decided to get rid of it, and it's just, I actually don't understand. This was just so much iconic. They did make the text of Seiko larger. The Seiko text is smaller on the SKX007, but I really think this has that classic proportion that just fits so well on a small wrist or a large wrist. It just doesn't matter in terms of dimension. Everybody already knows the dimensions. We're talking, it's kind of hard to do this on camera, talking about 42 millimeter for the bezel, and in terms of thickness, a very easy 16.5 millimeter. In terms of lug to lug, a nice 44.5, so 45 millimeter. It just wears so well on the wrist that it's just an amazing watch. There's a shot of it on my wrist. There are few watches that wear as well as an SKX007, which is why this watch is like, these watches nowadays are beginning to go up in price, but buy these watches before they really shoot up in price, because this watch is going to be a total design classic. This is obviously the made in Japan watch, because the watches I like to collect the ones that are made in Japan. And in an earlier video, I compared how the SKX007 is actually the watch that I would say is spiritually the closest to the old Captain Willard late 60s Seiko divers, the 6105s, because in terms of dimension and the way they wear on the wrist, these two are very alike. The new watches are not that, they're in a completely different class. So the new SRPs, they're really a 70s diver, but the SKX is the watch that harkens back to the late 60s Seiko divers. And the 1960s was really the glory days for dive watches. So get these SKXs while they're still reasonably affordable. These will get so expensive within a year or two, that like the Sarbs, which nowadays sell for $700-800, which was originally a $400 watch, these watches will just shoot up in value. And remember, if you have to get an SKX, get the one that's made in Japan. Do not get the I realize they're hard to get. You see how it says made in Japan between the 6 and the 7 o'clock index marker? That's the one to get. There's still plenty of old stock in Japan that you can get brand new. So there's lots of Japanese sellers on eBay who will sell you these still in the new box. Maybe it costs a little bit, but it's definitely worth it. Anyway, and the one thing that I do want to point out is the rubber strap on the Japanese watch is of a far higher quality than the strap on the non-Japanese watch. So the Malaysian watches, there for some reason the strap is not of as high quality as the Japanese, the Japanese versions. So hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit like to the video and subscribe to my channel. You have to click a button. I don't really send out mailers or anything, so you'll never receive any information from me, but if you subscribe, it builds up my numbers and it just works better with the YouTube algorithm. Let me know what you think about the video in the comments. Today's was a very interesting video because I have a lot of divers, but I took out 3 of my divers to shoot some videos, and I will see you on another video.